Alright, for sure. So, I'm gonna make this video talking about the ultimate diet formula. So, yeah, I'm about to make this video talking about the ultimate diet formula. This is important because this is just what, you can do to implement into your life to be constantly, putting on muscle and keeping yourself healthy, giving your cells what they need, your body what it needs, and not giving it what it doesn't need. So, yeah, I just felt like I needed to make this, because this is what I think is the best. So, alright, first off, we'll start with vegetables. Vegetables are great for you. Having too many vegetables is the best. It's just great to have too many vegetables, because the more the merrier, and that is good for your gut health. You're giving your gut all the good bacteria it needs to process all your food and to process everything that goes on in your body to make you healthier in general. It's like having little minions inside of you working for your betterment. That's what eating more vegetables is. The more vegetables and fruits you eat, the better. The more plants you eat in general, the better. So yeah. In terms of that, for sure. Most plants, let's say. So for right now. So next, that's number one, is vegetables. No, that's the foundation. The foundation is vegetables. Number two is seasoning. Seasoning is basically the same reason as why vegetables are good. The more, the merrier, basically. Salt, you can overdo salt, but you need some salt, and you need more salt when you sweat and you do exercise and stuff like that to replenish electrolytes and sodium, whatever. So, salt. So, seasoning is important because it allows you to have good variety in your gut and allows you to be healthy for basically the same reason vegetables are. And so basically, right there, if you eat only vegetables and seasoning, you can be an ultimately healthy person, arguably maybe healthier than anybody else. If you're eating 3,000 calories of good, colorful plants and seasoning, if you're eating 3,000 calories a day of beans and different vegetables and fruits, even just vegetables, I guess, you're literally straight. You're getting all the nutrients you need, if not even better than if you use some of those calories for an animal product of any sort. So, you're getting all the things you need, even protein. You're getting plenty of protein. If you're eating 3,000 calories of different vegetables, you are definitely getting plenty of protein. So, that there being said, that's cool. So now that's the first two. There's 5 total. That's the first two. And so now we're going to get on to the third one, and we're going to start on the next 3. It's really the first 2 are there, and then the next 3 are like an add-on. The first 2 are like a foundation. Like, you're straight with just that. Like, vegans, y'all can click off. Nah. But that's what I'm saying, is like you're straight there. So now we're going to get into these other categories. So number 3 being protein. And protein being as much as you can, but 200 grams is a good number to aim for in terms of having protein. If you want to always be giving your cells protein, basically if you look at every single organelle in a cell, in our cells, like how we have the Golgi apparatus, the endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, all that stuff, each one of those, if you look into what the definition of what they do, what their action is, what their job is, it involves protein in some way. It says the word protein somewhere. So, with that being said, protein is pretty important. And like I said, you can get your protein from your vegetables. But the good thing about these good animal proteins, not all animal proteins, but certain animal proteins are very, very dense forms of protein, of good, high quality protein. Very dense forms, and without bad fat. So, let's start here saying that 200 grams of protein, if you're getting it, you want it to come from either poultry, fish, or plants. Those are the three sources. You do not want to get your protein from mammal, being meat, red meat, or dairy. That is not what you want. Red meat or meat, they're actually interchangeable words, and dairy. So basically mammal meat is like middlemen for like vegetables, and that's just a waste of time. Why would we, when we have access to vegetables now, like we literally live in like cities and like are technologically advanced, why would we go fiend and have a fat guy go eat through a garden and then we eat him? No, we eat the vegetables, we grow them, we eat them. Thank Allah we are able to do that. Thank God we're able to do that. Eat vegetables, grow them, the colorful, everything, instead of like competing with the deer outside to go get the tomato area. Like, no. Like, we have our stuff set up now. Like, that's what we developed to do. That's why we're like this. So, no mammals no more. No dairy. We're not even supposed to drink dairy. So basically, all that protein, the reason why not those is because they carry bad fat, saturated fat, and they lack good fat, and bad cholesterol. And they lack protein. They're less dense forms. They're way less dense sources of proteins than poultry, fish, and then comparable to plants. So there's no reason to trade out plants for a mammal ever. So there you go. Poultry, fish, or plants, beans, whatever you want. All plants. Like I said, if you eat 3,000 calories worth of broccoli, carrots, sweet potato, like, you're going to get your protein in. I don't care. You're going to get it in. So that is what we can say is so good about poultry and fish and whatnot, is they're good in good fats. They're high in good fats. They're high in good protein. Straight on cholesterol. There you go. Eggs too. You know what I'm saying? Eggs are included in there. Great cholesterol in eggs. Great fats in eggs. Great protein in eggs. There you go. So that's where you can get 200 grams of protein. If you're not trying to be vegan and you're trying to eat animal products, choose the right animal products. Poultry, fish, and plants. So now we're on to carbs. This will be the fourth thing. Carb. Ooh. Carbs. Guess what? Carbs are plants. Don't be scared of carbs. Carbs are plants. Don't be scared of carbs. Be scared of, one, inactivity, and two, improper use of low fiber carbs. AKA high glycemic carbs. So, just basically this thing. All carbs are just on varying scales of being high or low glycemic. High or low fiber. Meaning slow or fast digesting. Low fiber, high glycemic, fast digesting. Fast going to the liver. Fast activating. Fast causing the whatever reaction carbohydrates have on the body that we need for energy. If it's high fiber, it's low glycemic. I'm pretty sure that's low and high glycemic. But high fiber, low glycemic, meaning slow digesting, meaning that it takes slower for the body to digest all those fibers to get the carbohydrate in our body and be fine. Think of an orange versus orange juice. Orange has all the fiber in the orange versus orange juice. Think of an apple versus apple juice. Apple has literally the apple, and the apple juice is just straight juice. But, so, this is the other thing. Carbs are fine if you're David Goggins running 100 miles straight. Like low fiber carbs are great for that time. Surely. Like, that's why runners eat sugar and Skittles and whatnot. So that's the benefit of low fiber carbs. We just shouldn't be scared of them. My mouth's getting dry. We shouldn't be scared of them at all. A lot of people are scared of carbs. What they should be scared of is inactivity. The people that eat the most sugar / low fiber carbs are the least active people. If everybody was an athlete, sugar is like our best thing. Like carbs, plants, like that is energy. Carbohydrate is literally gasoline for activity. It is gasoline for activity. So if you drink a bunch of gasoline and you don't burn it, it turns to fat. And whatever else happens to the body whenever you drink straight gasoline and then don't burn it. But when you actually burn it, you utilize it, it's an amazing thing. So basically, the people that are chugging the most gasoline are sitting on the couch and doing the least. So instead of like utilizing it. And so basically, carbs are just great because carbs, like I said, they turn into fat. So like if you need fat, which we need some fat for fuel, for like fat is comparable to logs, is like slow burning fuel, and then carbs are comparable to sticks, it's fast burning fuel. Which your body will use the carbs in place of fats and will prefer to. Carbs are its preferred source of energy. Carbohydrates are human beings' preferred source of energy. We're not supposed to have excess fat. So basically, you're straight to just eat carbs. Yes, you're straight to just eat carbs. The only reason we eat grams of fat is this is starting to get into fats, but the only reason we eat grams of fat is for omegas. Omegas only come from healthy fats. So basically, we don't eat grams of fat to have fat calories, to have grams of fat sitting to burn. We don't do that. We eat grams of fat to have omegas, to have the omega fatty acids, the essential fatty acids that we have to get out of foods. And they come best, guess from where? Plants and fish and eggs, but plants, fish, eggs, nuts, seeds, avocado, olive oil. That's the boys right there. Those are the omega fats. Like flaxseed, a tablespoon of flaxseed, 2,500 milligrams of omega-3. 6 ounces of ground beef, 150 milligrams of omega-3. See the difference? See why mammal is not even like relevant? You just ask a cow to eat that flaxseed to turn it into nothing for you. So that's what I'm saying. We can grow flaxseed now. Thank God. So that's why it's a benefit. That's why we eat plants. And guess what? We don't have to eat a bunch of saturated fat. This type of fat, we don't have to just clog our heart with that. Think about bacon grease. Think about bacon grease clogging your heart. There you go. So that is why. Only healthy fats is what we're going to get into. Let me make sure I finished on carbs. Okay, let me say a couple things. So carbs are great. Now, the only thing I can say here is there is a difference. There's a thing here. I don't know. I'm trying to learn more about this. Just because I'm getting into like gardening and plants and animals a lot. So I'm really wanting to learn more about this is grains versus other types of carbohydrates. Not that I'm scared of grains or demonize grains at all, but I can say that grains, you know, if you're trying to have like a yard garden or have like a self-sustaining place, grains are something that kind of have to be grown on a large scale. And grains are great for surviving, just like maybe, you know, mammals were once middlemen, great middlemen for us to survive when we couldn't have access to, you know, foods that we need. But now it almost seems like we don't maybe need grains. We can eat other carbohydrates like beans, fruits, and other vegetables that are going to give us just enough of the fuel that we need. Just like we can have fruit juice. So, I just want to learn more about what grains are. I'm not scared of grains. I'm not demonizing them. I'm still eating them at the moment. But I'm trying out, you know, meals without them. I'm trying out just seeing how easily you can not have it, where it fits not in the diet. Because, you know, if you can't grow it in the yard, I can see easily where you can kind of disregard it. So that's one thing I can say is that grains may not be the best carbohydrate choice for human beings. That's the only thing I can say. But if you think about many nations that have used grains to power themselves, China, the USA, rice and wheat, they're very powerful nations, very strong nations, because like I said, carbohydrate is fuel. It's a very dense form of carbohydrate. Not only that, but grains have to carry a lot of vitamins and minerals and protein in them. So grains are great. Grains are really good. I'm not